All right, can I be heard?
Yes.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, who can remind us what we did in our previous class, in our last class? What did we cover? Who can remind us what we did in our previous class? All right, Samuel, go ahead.
In our previous class, we tried to go ahead what we have been building from the last 2 weeks. So in this previous class, we were able to create our DB contest. Then from our DB contest, we were able to go into create our DB contest, registering our entities also inside our setting our entities inside our DB contest. And after we have done that, we also registered the DB contest in the program CS. So after
Okay.
yes, I think that's where we are, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
All right, thank
a
you
good
very
database. Yeah.
much. Yeah, thank you, database. So we were able to create a database for one of our model, right, in our previous class, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So let's go. Today would, like I said in the previous class, we would just do, there are other entities we need to finish up, but we would focus on three, which is the user, project, and to do tax. Those are the three we'll focus on. So once you grasp that tree and how everything is structured, with that tree, you can do any kind of project, creating the endpoint for it. So today we'll just create the other two models, then run the migration, add it to the DB set, then run the migration and all. But you will be the one to tell me to do it too. And let me catch some people that don't read their book till class day. I will catch some people today. All right. Who was able to do this? I know in the last class I said we should go ahead and see how we are going to um refactor this not to be here. So who did that? Then you were to create a branch with that little change. Who did that? Nobody did
Sabi,
that.
I I did not I did not put it in that app setting,
Hmm.
but I did exactly what he did here, and then I created a table. But try pushing it to Git. It was it a what was I saying, Seth?
It
I
was
was
not
trying to,
pushing.
yes.
Okay. And he didn't reach out now.
It's
When
almost
you are
that
stopped.
on Friday, on Saturday. It was on Saturday. I'm trying to do that. I
Maybe you
thought
are
we would
trying.
have meeting that Saturday, like that night class.
Okay. It's all right. So I will still leave it there. So you guys have seen your tax now.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Though for
I've
me,
uploaded the tax 6.
the RDB contest I've done because I'm using I used external SQL server. That is, I use
Okay, okay.
Connector String. Yeah, but I have not pushed it on the GitHub shop.
Okay. That's fine. So what you mean based on this refactoring, right?
Yes, based on the
Yeah,
refactoring.
what I need you to do is create a branch, then
Yes,
push.
I have the branch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will do that.
yeah, that's fine. Just the branch name, what it's doing, Sha. Then we know how to do that. All right,
Okay.
thanks. So today we'll just continue. We'll create the other model, which is so the first thing first, right? Step one, we'll create the model. Let's take notes of that. Let's go to data and notes so that we'll not forget. set up the project, we have done that. Install the required stuff, we have done that. This will be repeating. This is just one-off, right? This is one-off. Why this will be repeating? How we do it is we create the model, then add this model to the DB set, to the database context, then run the migration for it. That's how we do it for a start, right? Since we are beginners and we are just starting, okay? So now we'll create the next model, which is the project. Emmanuel, I hope you have been watching the previous videos.
I've not gotten to this level, sure, but I would
I
follow
know
up
you will get
actually.
confused. Voila. All right. So project. So in this project, we have public. Okay, see. All right, so what are the properties? Let me off this thing as usual. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right, so the first thing is the ID of the entity, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just copy this and paste in case. All right. Second thing will be what's next? What's going to be the next thing? The name, right?
Yes.
Okay. Or name or title. Title is preferably title. Then next one will be description. Description. Next one will be description. Public int. People don't want to correct me on. Is there anything like public int title? Okay. Then string, string. Can't tell me why I did this. Public string description. This. Why am I doing this? Hmm? Not Samuel, oh, not Samuel, oh. Samuel na senior dev. Okay. Deligwe na senior dev, but ayan na Deligwe answer.
Okay, so in this case, description can be null or more like it's optional. So that's why the question mark is there.
Okay. So it's possible to create a project. It's possible to create a project without a description, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then this title now, what do we need to do here? Is it possible to create a project without a title? I need to remove this from here.
No.
I don't think I heard what the league said. Did he call that option chaining or something?
No, it's a nullable. It's because you have missed the previous class. That's why. So just try and go ahead and watch the previous videos so that you don't get confused. Yeah. Okay, so what do I need to do with this title? Because currently with this now, C# is flagging that we don't do something, Once a user creates a project without title, it will allow it. Okay, Samuel.
For the title aspect, we can't set it to null because the title is absolutely needed. And we can just say that, okay, public string title get set is equals to string.empty, then semicolon. Because that will give us the opportunity to tell the program that this guy will be imputed maybe at the place of when they are imputing the data is going to be imputed, but it is not null.
Okay, what is the difference between string.empty and default?
um Default as well, default will just set automatically if nothing is imputed here, it should take the default data type of string, which is null, which is empty string. So that's the difference between default and string.empty.
But they both have the same, it's still empty now, empty
Okay.
string.
Yes, it's empty string. Okay, maybe I'm the one that is not explaining very well, but there's this analogy I have here. Okay, let's say that for that string title equals to string.empty now.
Yeah.
At the point of, let's say, okay, we have a place of a place of let's say a place of validation of a thing. We can
Mm.
still make that title back to be said that okay, it is required because that empty is giving the aspect of like, okay, this guy, it can be for now, just make sure that this guy is passing over, but it is not no. But for the other aspect of like default, the default, I know that the default will take to take no, but it's giving the
Yeah,
opportunity to
to
take
take
no.
no.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's giving the opportunity to like to take no, but I can't maybe give full. I think Absalam wants to help me out as well because I can't give that full explanation. Yeah.
It's just straightforward. Okay. Abdusalam, you want to try?
I think what of it we do it as required so that it will be a key.
No, answer this difference. So
Okay, between the null using the question.
straight
Okay,
the
like
string
now,
dot empty and default.
default whenever you submit it, you submit as automatically. It's also returning non-value. But like now, you can assign a certain content to it. Okay, for this one, you submit this one, it can submit okay. So thing instead of using ordinary non details, why the other one you always submit none. You can assign content to it.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So just difference is just straightforward now. String dot empty is more like the string dot empty applies to only string and it cannot be null, it's just empty string. While the default can be the empty string and also a null, right? Do you get the difference?
No, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I said string dot empty, right? What? Okay, if
Yes.
I decide to use, let me use this one now. String dot empty. If I decide to use string dot empty here and string dot empty, you notice the one of the difference between string dot empty and default is that for this string dot empty, it works for only strings, right?
Okay.
Why for it doesn't work for other data type. The default now works for both, right?
Okay.
It works for both. So string empty, people use string empty, people use default. They are very similar, but in to keep your code clean and just to be consistent, right? If you are sticking with default, then all true, you should use default for most of your property. Or if you want
Okay.
to go for string.empty, then all true, you should stick with string.empty. So it won't be fair if one of your model is having string.empty, another part is having default, another one is having string. The code will still work, but it won't be, it's not consistent, right?
Yes.
Okay, Samuel, right?
Yes, boss. Yes, boss.
So let's just fill with default, yeah? Since we have, but string.empty is still fine, no, it's still fine. I'm the owner of this project, so I decide what should be there.
String of empty.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
let me remove
can I
this
ask a
one.
question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Actually, when you were not around, I dropped in a question on the things, but I later find my way around it. But the question goes thus, like, you know, I noticed that we didn't use something like require, like conditioning these properties. Yeah, like we didn't use the required keyword, like all this word that know that okay, we are conditioning the properties there. Like,
Mm.
but he didn't tell us why that day. He didn't tell us why we're not using it here. But later on, when I went to go and create a separate one, I learned that in clean architecture that it is best not to be putting it here. Is that why you also don't want us to be putting that required there as well for clean architecture?
It depends. So I depends. That required now. The required is the way I see the required is I'm not sure the value. I'm not sure what will be in that particular value. So with that required now, it is forcing me to um assign a value. I don't know if you get, but this default now, even if I
Yes.
don't put a value, to just take the default value based on the data type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Because
not the
okay,
matter of not even the matter of any architecture. You can decide to use it. It still works fine. Yeah.
okay, okay, no problem.
Eh. All right. So description. I hope we'll finish this thing today. Oh. Description. Next is the person that created this project, right? So we need to reference the user. Okay. So user created by the user and the created by, and it's flagging because I need to use this namespace. So I just control dot, which is this. So I've imported it here, which is what we see here. Then one thing with EF core, right, is whenever we are referencing a another entity, right, it's always good to do this and also create another property that will be tied to that previous reference, which is something like this: public int created by ID. Yeah. So for every, even if you don't do this, when you run migration, the migration will come with a created by ID, because it is that ID that is being used to link the other entity. Do you get? Hello?
Is ID that will link to the user created by.
Yeah, you remember when we talked about entity ERD diagrams and all,
Yes.
where each property, each
Property
entity or model,
navigation.
yeah,
Okay.
navigation, exactly. They have their properties, the ID. It is the ID that is very unique for that particular property. So if another entity is referencing this other entity, right?
Is it a foreign
That
key?
ID, sorry?
Is it going
Yes,
to be a foreign
exactly.
key?
It's a foreign key, yes, for that other one, right?
Okay, sir.
So the usefulness of this, you might not use it, appreciate it now, but when we are creating a project, when we create endpoint for this and we are creating a project, we need to know who created this project. And it is from this ID, we'll be able to link the person that created this project to the project. You get, right? You might not understand it now, but when we go into creating the endpoints, it become clearer. So just take note. Set. Right. So this I can leave it to default. All right. So after created by, what's the next thing? Every project has a start. Okay, Deligwe, go ahead.
Oh, sorry to bring you back. So you are talking about the creating by ID.
Yeah.
So when we are creating a project,
Mm.
we are going to, I'm just talking about, I'm reasoning in the form of endpoints now. So we are
Yeah.
going to like add the user object to that created by. So does it?
You don't need to add the user object.
Okay.
Like when you are creating the project, you put the title, description, right? Now the next thing is the created by ID. User object has been created already. You know, when
Yes.
you sign up, when you register, you already, that's an object now. You're already registered with that ID and all.
Yeah.
Now, this ID, how it works in the front end is the front end, right? The front end create this whole stuff, and also it will capture the ID of the current user. When you log in, you are the current user of the application. So that ID will be tied to this property, which will be sent to the database to save. So in case I'm querying based on a user, based querying all projects created by a particular user, I can easily do that. That's the need for this. Or except I didn't get to your question, or I didn't answer it properly.
Okay, so like the ID now, does it
Yes.
automatically attach, or there's a point where we ourselves
You have to assign it, yes. You have to
Okay.
assign it,
Then
yes.
the same thing will be created by.
This one is just there for EF core purpose, right? It's just for querying, like when you are
For
querying
join
all
and
of
all.
this. Yeah, when you are querying the
Okay.
project, this will help you to know maybe more information about the person that created it. Maybe if you want to see the full name of the person and the role of the person, this will give you access to all the information about the user.
Okay.
Yes. Right? Okay. So created by, then next one is every project has a start date and end date. Okay. Start date and end date. Start date and end date. So what's the data type for anything that has to do with date?
It's
Sorry?
date time.
Okay. Did you check your notes? Okay. All right, thanks. So date time. The next one is the status of this project. Has it started, or is it completed or in progress and all, right? So
So
that
what you
would
say?
every project has a status or status: in
Okay.
progress, completed, and not started. So meaning we would have to create an enum. If you remember when we talked about enum, that would contain those three values. So I can reference it here. So let me just do it here. I'll still send it to the other file. I want to show us one trick, Sha. So instead of coming here, maybe you have 5 classes you want to create, and to save you the stress of coming here, you right click, you create the class. I want to show us another shorter way. So project in project status Right. Okay. This one is public, rather. Public. So public enum. So we have three values, not started, in progress, completed. So I have this now. I
So
want
why
to,
writing it like this?
instead of creating it here, right? What did you say? Come again.
I said, why are you writing it like this?
Instead of doing this in another file, right?
Okay.
Eh, I want to show us something. So this is not right, okay? Having two classes, this is not proper. So the shorter way is you come here, you control dot, and you see this move type to the current namespace. Once you click this, it automatically move it to, yeah. So this is where we have it. Straightforward. That's where we have it. So in case the usefulness of that shortcut is if you have 5 classes you want to create on this same namespace, instead of coming here to right click, you create, you come here, right click, you create, you can create all the classes you want to use in that namespace, then control dot transfer them automatically. Does that make sense? Some people will still be confused though.
Mm. No,
I
sir,
know,
my
I know.
question was like
Okay, go
my question
ahead.
was you graded enum like it the
Yes.
class gradation is different from these ones I'm seeing here now.
Yeah, let's go to the other one. Account type. This account type. What's the difference?
And because I also said I will ask you this one. Why is it like this?
Why is it like what?
So don't worry, maybe
No,
later. Uh,
sure, did I explain about I explained enums in our class?
like what I'm saying, like inside those user and admin does not have like public string, then get and set. That's what I'm saying.
This is an enum, right? You understand this enum?
Mm, no,
We're not in the class now, right?
as I was in the class.
You were in the class when I talked about enum.
So that is where my network is cracked or having a crack or something like that. But I watched the last class.
Exactly. Just try and watch it, yeah? Because of time,
Oh,
please. Yeah?
oh,
All right. So now I want to reference that project status. Then this would have project status. Okay. If you notice my data type now, if I'm referencing another entity, custom entity, it's best your name should be the same with um the custom data type. It's a convention. Yeah. All right. Then I will do something new and someone will tell me why I did this. Project status dot not started. Now, who can tell me why I did this?
You initialize it that okay whenever you set it as a default, let's say it's a default, or you initialize it to be when maybe if you have not started it, it will be showing not started.
Okay, all right. So when you create the project, this means for every time you create this project, by default, this will be not started, right? Yeah, thank you. I hope everyone understands this. So we are gradually going to familiar territory. Then the final one is every project has a list of tags, right? But I'll just keep it simple. I'll keep it simple. I'll remove the tags later. I'll put the tags in when we are done with most of the entities. The reason why I'm not linking, you can tell me why I'm not linking it to the to-do tags yet. Because I know every project has a list of tags. So if I want to reference that, I could just do this public, then list of what to do tags, then to do tags, then do this get set. All right, but we're having an error. Who can tell me why? Hello?
It needs to
Because you've not
get
created the
namespace.
tax.
Namespace.
Should I call this an interface or what you're trying to call?
No, not really. Like I'm
Namespace.
having error here. Okay, this is just telling me that we have not created a to-do tax, right? So I can't reference an entity that's not been created until I create it before I do this. Do you understand? Okay, Mari and Uba, go ahead.
So good afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon.
Okay, so please, I don't have any questions, just for you to zoom the screen.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes, thank you.
All right. So we all get that now. The reason why we're having this error is because we have not created the okay, Abdul, go ahead.
No, you have answered the question. The question I wanted to ask is
Okay.
that from the comment, from the error complaint, it was showing the namespace or something. So,
Yes,
but you have
exactly.
mentioned
Yes,
you have
it has not
mentioned
been
it.
created. So we will not do this now until we create the to-do tags, right? Okay.
Okay.
Then now you notice about the usefulness of folder, project and project status now, they are together. So what do I do here? What's the next? What should I do? Okay. All right. Your folder name, another popular error. Your folder name should not be the same with your entity, or else you start crying. You debug, tire. So just take note of that. So I just usually put an S. It shouldn't be the same with your entity, or else. In fact, C# will not allow that. Then you move this and move this here. Okay. Move this here. So we have two entities now, this and this. Okay, these are database. Let's see what is in our database first. Next week, we'll go into authentication. We should finish authentication. Authentication is the last, almost the last thing, yeah. All right. So DB2, is it DB2 or DB3 we are using? Let me see my program. DB3, okay. So we have just users. This is the user table that we have. Okay, Marianuba, go ahead.
Okay, so are we going to do crude operation?
That question is too expensive, man. That's very important now. We'll do it now. We have to do it. Yes, now we'll do it for sure. Yeah. All right. So we have just users table. So let's go ahead and add this. Your turn now. You guys, what's the next thing after creating the model? No time, no time, no time.
You add it to DB set.
Okay, add it to DB set. So which is here. All right, so I just copy, paste, then change this to projects. It should be pluralized projects. Take note of that. Then we have this. Okay, what's the next thing? So after adding it here, what's the next thing? Hey, we don't forget. Let's go to our GitHub now. Create the database context, do this, we have done that. Register, we have done that. Your business logic, set up your APIs, controllers, migration. Yeah, this is the next thing.
Yeah.
Run migration, update database. So let's do that. And where do we do that in our, which of these do we use to run migration? Is it the developer PowerShell, package management console, this, or this? Which of them? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we'll use package manager console.
Okay, package management manager console. Yeah, thank you. So always remember to change this to where? Which of the layers? Which of the layers? I've forgotten.
We'll use persistence.
Okay. All right. Add migration. Then give it a name. So which this should be what's the name of this project migration. Okay, project migration. Build succeeded. So it has been set up already. So this is what we have. We have the project. Where is the project here? So this is the project here that's been created already with the various columns, the ID, title, description, created by ID, which is this, the user start date, end date, and the project status. So everything has been done already. Now this foreign key now, if you notice now, the foreign key is now targeting the users based on the created by ID, right? Okay. Later, I'll give you okay, your first tax, another tax, just add it to that one. Find out what does this do? What is the meaning of referential action dot cascade on delete? Go and research on it, then tell me what it's all about in our next class. Hope you guys can hear me.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. So after running the migration, what's the next thing?
Update database.
Okay. Update database. All right, so we have this that's been updated. It's very straightforward. So you come here, you refresh. Okay, Deligwe, go ahead.
Yes, so this migration file, so yeah, as you said, it's type
Sorry?
created by, it's type created by,
Yes,
created
yes.
by ID we inserted. So is there like convention to it such that
Your voice is breaking. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, come again. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I said so. I noticed that it typed the protected by ID.
Audible, please.
I think it's my
If you
network.
shout like this, I can hear you.
Can you
No, shout, shout, shout.
can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
So I said that it typed the protected by to the protected by ID field on our model.
Uh,
So is there like a convention to make sure that the naming should be so if I have like deleted by, then I'll now have deleted by ID for you to know that it was I that deleted by to the ID.
okay, that's an okay. You are asking based on what if we need to capture deleted by.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm asking everything like even the naming convention, if
Okay,
like
yeah, that's
for
an example. Yes, created by ID. Yeah, it's a convention. Yeah, yes, it's a convention. Yes, but for that deleted by, no, it's nothing like deleted by you. Okay, except you were using that as an example, right? That deleted
mm,
by is for when, okay, except you want to track who
admin.
deleted a project, right?
Yes,
That's
something like
where
that.
notification comes in. That's where notification comes in. Which there's what we call notification service, right? With notification service, you track who did something. That's where you have those notification service in most application. It's more like I'm notifying the user what happened in the application, who did this, who did that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just it. So there's nothing like deleted by. That's another concept on its own. But for now, just what is more important is who created this project. Okay. All right. So let's proceed. So we come here. I want to see my table. I come here to view data. So with view data, I can see view my table. Don't worry, we'll start populating this data. And that is where the CRUD operations comes in, which would handle in our next class on Thursday. All right, any question before we move over to the to-do tasks? It's very straightforward. Is anyone confused? Okay, Mary Anuba.
Okay, so my question is, when you were doing ad migration, like, do you set it? Because some videos that I watch on YouTube, I saw them doing ad migration, then they put a quotation mark and name the migration. But
Yeah, there are different ways to that. Yeah, there are different ways to that. You can actually, what I'm doing now is I call the script add migration, right?
uh,
Then I click enter. Then I type in the name of the migration, right? So there
okay,
are different ways to it. So the other way is I'm used to this pattern, sha. The other one is add migration. If you want to type in the name straight up, I think it's in
a
quotation.
double quotation, yeah.
Yeah, then you type the name. Let's say uh, 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 test migration. I'll still delete this anyways. Test migration. So once I do this, yeah. So you can do it this way. If you don't want to always run the add migration and give it the name, you can just call it and type the name within the quotation. It still
Okay,
works fine.
okay.
So
Yes, another question again is the table name, that is my model. Like, what if I mistakenly put X in the naming it, and will it affect it?
you mean yeah, right? You mean S,
Yeah, the
right?
table itself, like I wanted to create project and I write projects. They now
Okay,
come
that
to the
should be
PBS and put like is that
okay.
correct?
That should be from, you mean, yeah, let's say, yeah, you use user instead of users, right?
Yeah. Then the other one is now users as the table name. Like
The other one is now users. The gift, you want to answer that? Okay, she doesn't want to answer another question. So if you make mistake, you can just correct it, then go back. What I do is if I make mistake, right, I correct it, then go back. I'll remove the previous migration. This is the code for that. I'll remove it, right? This would remove the latest previous migration, which has been done. Then I'll add this latest, which now brings us to the add migration. This will take the latest users. Do you get?
okay, so
Yeah. All right. The gift, go ahead.
No, sir. She's the same question that she asked. I wanted to ask.
Okay, but you understand now, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thanks. So that's it with the migration stuff. So let's conclude by finishing up the to-do tasks. So we have project migration, we have user migration. But I'm done with this. I just come here and commit everything, which is this, push and give it a commit run.
So I did not do ignore today.
Because we don't have those files that need to be ignored. I've already added them there, so they are not appearing here again. Okay?
sir, I have a question.
Yes.
What if you mistakenly ignore something and want to bring it back? Is it possible?
Yeah, you can go to your git ignore and remove it from the git ignore. So it's going to bring it back.
So how are we going to do that?
Okay. All right. Project Explorer. Then we'll do that in the file explorer. So come here, let's go to the computer location. Just click on any of them or click on this one. Yeah, then open folder in file explorer. I'll make that visible now. Let me make that visible. Hold on. Okay. Right. Can you see my screen now?
No.
How
Yes.
about now? So this is where it is. So you
Yes.
can open this using, if you want to use edit in Notepad, if you want to do that, then look at them here. So all these files are being ignored. So assuming I want
So we're
to,
not seeing it.
okay, sorry. Let me open my Notepad. Okay. Okay, can you see this now?
Yes.
All right, so these are the files that are being ignored by Git. So assuming I don't want to ignore .json, all I just need to do is remove it. That's all.
But so even inside the main Visual Studio, you still see those files that you ignore. That ignore file used to be there.
The ignore file will
Yeah, because when I do that ignore, I saw the ignore is there in my Visual Studio.
it's how you set it, right? It's how you set it. It is how
Mhm.
you set it. But it doesn't matter anyways. It doesn't matter actually. It's not going to cause any issue. Yeah. It's how you opened your project. That's why. If you want when you open your Visual Studio, if you want all your files to show, there's a way to do that. But how I open my own is I come here to my solution file, which is this
Yes.
SLN, then I click it. It would give me this view, excluding the git ignore stuff. It is part of this, but Visual Studio will not show that here, except you come somewhere and want to make it visible.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Run migration for project. So I'd add all of this, commit stage and push, which is done. So let's finish up with the project status. All right. So, not here. That's what we call the okay. Create a class. Call it what? To do
That's
tax. There's a reason why I would not call it tax. Who will tell me why? Okay. So tax is another keyword or it's another class data type, inbuilt data type. So to avoid conflict, right? Don't use this tax for your entity because there's an inbuilt class called tax. It will work, but you would have to do some plenty manipulation. So it's just best to call it this way to do tax. Right. I'll remove these other ones. Okay. So Control A, Control C, public. All right. So my to-do task now has what? Has the ID. Okay. All right. So after the ID, what's the next thing? After ID, what other property does a tax
Name
have?
of the task.
Eh?
Name of the task.
Okay, name of the tax. That should be the title of the tax, right? Okay.
yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. The next one is the description of the tax. Description, DESCRIP, description of the tax. Next one is the who created the tax, which is similar to this. So they are both similar. So how I usually do it is I just copy and paste. Even though I don't advise beginners to copy and paste because you forget to do some renamings back. Okay. All right. The next one is the start date. The tax has a start date and end date. Start date and end date. What else again? Think
Priority.
that's sorry.
Priority.
Okay. Priority. Now that has to do with the tax priority status. Yes. So that means we'd have to create an enum for that. So public, priority status. Okay. So for the priority status now, we have high, medium, low. I think so. Okay, we'll just start from low, medium, high. Then we can move type to this. It gets added here. Okay. So I'm going to have public project priority status, priority status. So what will here be? What's here going to be?
Get
Get set. I want it to have a default of low. Yeah, I should have a default of low. What else? The status,
Assign
if
to.
it has started or not. Sorry?
Assign to.
Okay, assigned to. All right. Okay, so that will be an ID then. Let me put that here. Public int assigned to. So this is assigned to who? Assigned to, meaning would also have another of this copy assigned to, then assigned to by ID. Hope we are following you.
Yes, sir.
Let me say I'm coding by myself. All right. And finally, would have
Complete.
sorry.
I'm just saying another one. I thought you want to ask another
Yeah,
one.
the status now, like if it has started, in progress, review, done, which is public, to do tax status. All right, so we have 4 of them to do, which means it has not started. Then in progress, which is okay. Abdul Salam, go ahead. Review.
My question is that where do you ask and the data type for assigned by ID? Why is it int?
Why is it in? Who would answer that?
Listen.
Why? Okay, aside int, so which other data type do you know?
Aside int, which other data do you use for what, sir?
No, let Abdul Salam answer. Why are we
So,
using int, right? Is there any other data type we used for ID?
Yes.
no,
Don't answer. Let Abdul Salam answer.
Okay.
I know what is in his mind. He wants to see what is in my mind. So aside the int, which other data type do you know?
for ID
Eh?
is int.
Okay, you're asking
Then,
why are we using int?
yes, sir.
Because the user has the ID of int now. This is
Okay.
it. Yes, I know you're asking. I know there are other data types, right? There's GUID. Yes, I purposely didn't want to talk about that so as not to confuse some people. Eh, so no GUID in this class for now. That would be in intermediate class so that people will not get confused and know why do we need to use GUID instead of int, or why the essence. All right. Okay. So let's proceed. Hope I've answered your question, Abdul.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Public to do tax status. Then get set All right, equal to this by default is to do, which has not started yet. So I'll take this out of here, keeping this clean. I would come here and create a folder for my to-do tasks. That's one thing with practice. I remember when I started this coding stuff, I was very slow in typing. Very, very slow. I'll just type one key, one key, one key. I know some of us are like that. We just type one key. Where is M? All those things to do tasks. Okay, to do tasks. Yep. I would copy this now. Status. Okay. Then priority status. Then to do task status. Okay, it's not telling me. All right. Hope we are following. Marianuba, yeah, go ahead.
So what is the priority status doing?
All right, so this priority status now, every task, if you are given an assignment to do, I mean, you would want to know if it is complex or if it is difficult or it's very easy or it's urgent, right? So we need to keep track of that status. Anything you create, any task you create could be, maybe it would be, the task is urgent. So when a task is urgent, it means you have to put more attention on that particular task, right?
Okay.
So it's the priority status, the priority of a particular task. If it is low, means it's not something urgent. So you won't really want to bother, although you need to do it. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yep. So we are done with that. Next is so what you guys, I would leave this on purpose. You guys would create a branch, then fix this. I don't want to see, just fix this, create your own branch, then fix this stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean. All right. Next is to add it to our DB set. Okay. Copy, paste. So this will be to do tax. To do tax. All right. What is the next thing now? Hello?
Add migration.
You guys are doing well. I mean, that's impressive. Good. So let's follow Marianuba's pattern, which is add migration, then the name of the migration, which was to do tax migration. Okay, so we run the migration. It gives us this. So this is what we have after doing that. It has done the migrations, added the necessary tables for us. After running the migration, what next?
Update database.
Okay. It means this assignment that I gave you people, your stage 6 task is the easiest. So I need to go and add more
Like,
things
like
there.
something that is confusing me. I don't know
Yeah.
about all that. All this table, folder everywhere.
You get used to it, don't worry. Okay, so we have updated. Hey, we have an issue now. Foreign key on table may cause cyclic multiple cascade paths. Specify on delete no action or could not create constraint or index. See previous. One thing about this migration now is we are trying to create foreign keys, two foreign keys. I think that's what is causing this. So I'll just remove, let me remove one first. User, that's why. So I will just remove one. Let me just remove one first. Let's see if that works. Okay, to-do task is used by an existing. All right, let me remove the previous one. Okay, add it back again. So after adding it back, update the database. It gets updated. So EF core comes with its own complexity, right? So it was saying, I've already referenced it again. I have just one for user foreign key. So having it again, it might bring some issues. So why not just use this one and manipulate it to handle for both cases? Do you get? Marianuba, go ahead.
But sir, there are different attributes.
Yeah, there are different attributes, but if I start going into all this, it is going to confuse you. They suggested something. Yeah, I get they suggested something, which I don't want to go into that so as not to confuse you. That's still, this is some other extra concepts, yeah, complex concepts, which might not be cool with you for now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so we have this. Let's check the database to make sure everything is in order. So we have our user, we have the to-do task, we have the project. Now, we need to bring in what? We need to bring in our, where is the project? Yeah, we need to bring this in. On Thursday, I'll talk about interface. I'll talk about interface on Thursday. Okay, so to-do tasks, import it in. So who can tell me what's the next thing I need to do after making this change? Now I have added this change to this property. What do I need to do?
The
Hello?
controller.
Remove migration.
You
Hmm?
have done migration.
Like
You
remove.
push the Git.
Okay, why did you say I should remove migration first?
Wait. So you made a change to the model, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so the database now has the old information.
Yeah.
So to remove migration, you have to like remove the last update you made.
Why would I want to remove the last migration?
Why?
He have done that already
Oh,
before he run
okay.
the last migration.
Yeah. So I don't need to remove the migration. All I just need to do is add another migration with a different name, saying added new property to project, right?
Oh, okay. I thought you removed a property.
No. It was commented that now. Commenting out is like removing it now. When you run it, C# will not run this CDs.
Yes.
So it's essentially just like deleting it, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
now that I have created a to-do task, I need to add it back, which is what I have done.
Okay. I thought you commented out this line 12 for to-do task.
Line 12. This is line 16.
No, the left hand side.
Line 12. This is line 12. No. This for user. We had issue when we ran the migration or update the database. It was saying we can't have two user reference, two
Oh, okay. The
user
migration did
follow.
not work then.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
I had
That's
to
all.
remove it,
Alright.
then update it back. And
Oh, I thought that one went through. Okay.
yeah, yep. So would add it. Is it possible to have a project without a tax, to do tax? Hmm? It's possible to have a project without a tax, right? Nobody is answering. You guys are the developers, so I'll be.
What do you ask, sir?
Can we have a project without a tax?
No.
Who else agrees?
So what's the difference between the two?
A project must add
Mhm.
at least one task.
Somebody is confused about difference between project and a tax.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, should I
Yeah, go ahead.
come
Go
in here?
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, when we talk about projects and tasks, when we have a project, it's not like a project has an end time of what we are trying to do something. Let's say we are trying to build a house. So that is a project on its own. But for you to build that house, there are some things that needs to be carried out. That is the task. Okay, the task is to build the foundation. So who are the people that needs to be assigned to build the foundations? The bricklayers, the blah 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 blah. So assigning tasks is like build foundation, build windows, build doors, build roof. Those are the tasks. But a project is more like the complete package, like the house itself. So for you to build a house, you need to have tasks. You need to have what you need to do for that house to be built entirely.
Okay. The gift, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The Ligwe, go ahead.
Okay,
It's
so
Marianne
in
that
that
asked, sir, it's Marianne that asked the question, or not me? It's
Don't
Marianne.
mind me. Don't mind me. I'm getting old.
okay,
Sorry.
so in that case, we are trying to say that um for us to create a project, we must also create a task. But I'm seeing, well, I don't know, it depends on the developer still, but I still suggest that we separate it such that a project can have many tasks under it. So you can create a project without a task at first, then you can now create many other tasks
Tax.
like individually and add it to the project. I
Okay.
think.
Yeah. All right. Who else is raising hands? Marianuba, your hand is raised.
Yes, sir. Well, Edelgip,
Okay, go ahead.
thank you for that. So based on the explanation that Sammy gave, please can you use project example, like an example based on programming this thing so that I can understand it more?
Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let me open my notepad. Coming. All right. You can see this, right? I think you guys can see this. You can see me typing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now I have three projects. Project one, which says build the front end. Front end. Then I have another project. Project two, which says build the backend, right? Then project three, design the website. That has to do with UI UX. Design the website. Okay. So this is project is like a whole. I see it as the whole part of what it's all about, right? So this build the front end now would have children or children like, so those children could be set up your um set up your VS Code file structure, right? Then another children, which is create the front end has to do with having the home page, right? Create the home page, create the home page, and create the footer and all. So all these are still part of the project, build the front end. Everything that has to do with front end are those little tags that when they come together, they make a whole project. Do you get?
Okay,
Yes.
so I now understand. Yeah, that's true.
Mhm. Yeah. So same thing with the backend. It will have backend related small tasks. So this helps you when you are giving, that's one thing with programming, you are given a big task to do. The first thing you need to do is break it. Even if the task that was given to you was very small, right? What you do is still break it again into smaller fragments. So it will help you to understand what needs to be done step by step. Okay. So if you don't do that now, you'll be seeing this project as a very big thing because you have not actually broke it down into smaller tasks, subtasks, right?
Yes,
Are
thank
we
you,
good?
sir.
Okay. So, all right. So it's possible to create a project without a tax because it's like I would always say it depends on the owner of the project or maybe the client who wants it in the scenario whereby in my application, whoever creates a project must create a tax. But in most cases, in most applications I've seen, you create a project first, or maybe the admin or the team lead will create the project. Then the developers will be the one to add the tags under the project that was created. Are we good?
No.
Hey, where were you lost?
You're saying developer create a tax. I don't understand
Like,
what you're
okay,
saying.
in a team, right? In a team, we have the
Yes.
team lead. The team lead is the one that is leading that backend team, right? Let's say the
Okay.
backend team. So we have the team lead and we have three developers in that team, right?
Okay.
So how it works is that the team lead will create the project first, will create the
Yes.
project first without any tax, right? Now,
Yes.
it is either the team lead or the developer that will be the one to add their own tax later on under the project. Maybe the first developer would be, I want to create the homepage. They will now
I
add it.
thought is the team lead that will assign. Oh, Shneke.
Hmm?
What am I saying, sir? I thought there was
Okay,
someone that will assign tasks to other developers. What they would do, not them choosing by
all right,
themselves.
all right. That can work. I'm just telling you how it is in, like in my company, how we do it is we help the team lead. Like the team lead will be like, Ayana, you guys create all the tasks that needs to be, all the tasks that we need for this application. Then I'll be the one to assign those tasks to any of you.
Hmm.
Is it now clear?
Okay. Yes.
Still confusing?
Still confusing, but shall clear.
Okay, let me remove all the confusion. Fine. Only the team lead will create the project first. Then he
Yeah.
sleeps and wake up in the morning. He has new ideas now. He now goes ahead to add the tasks.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. It's possible to create a project first without the tasks
Okay.
initially. You get that now?
Yes.
Uh-huh. All right, thank you. So in that case, I can go ahead to do this, meaning it's possible to create a project without a tax. So this is my project. I'm the client. So I decide what is final before somewhere come and criticize or say that thing. Okay, I think that is all for today. Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question?
So are you done for today?
Yep.
Guys,
We still have time,
we
oh.
still have time.
I know. We still have time, but I want to end here for now.
Sir, I have question.
Because what I want to go next will be the crude operations and all. So it will be another. I don't want to bring that up.
At
Sir, you
least
have
do
not pushed to Git.
introduction now on it.
Eh?
Do
You have not pushed to
introduction so
Git.
that when we are learning it, we at least we go ahead and.
Okay. All right, that's
Sir, you have
fine.
not pushed to Git. This last thing that you just did.
Okay. All right. Okay. Run migration. Run migration for Deligwe. Go ahead to do tax. All right.
Okay,
Deligwe,
so
go ahead. Yeah.
this kind of, it's really confusing.
Oh,
Most
your voice, your
I know I'm explaining it. I forget.
ah.
Okay, so it's about foreign key and where to.
We can't hear
Where
you.
That's
Deligwe.
the thing, your voice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Are you using earpiece?
No, I'm using my laptop.
Okay, go ahead.
Be audible.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
No.
I can hear you partially. Ah, can you
Can you hear me?
type it?
Better. Is it better?
Small shot. I just continue. I would manage.
Okay. Uh, okay. Seconds.
Are you there?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Hello.
so
Oh God.
oh my.
Network. Oh, just type it now. If you just type it, I can't hear you clearly. Yeah, just type it. All right. So let's do a brief introduction about the
Before we continue, so continue the last class that we're supposed to have by 10. What happened? Have you the server the recording be fixed?
You mean the night class?
Yes.
I have to communicate with IKO. I hope that's one he will not sleep or something. He's the one that admits us. So I told him actually, I told him let him just allow everyone to join automatically if that's the only way. So he said no wahala. So if that works fine, then tomorrow we can have the class in the night.
No, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, Friday, Saturday. Yes. Friday, Saturday. Okay. Deligwe, have you dropped your question? Okay, not yet. So let's talk about just the brief about the crude operations. So once we are done with the running migration and all, there are two ways to it. You can go ahead to create the endpoint for each of those entities, right? So let's do that. Controller here, come here. Controller is where we create those stuff. MVC, no, API. API controller. Then we give it a name, which would be, the first one is what? User controller, right?
Yes.
Okay. User controller. So this is what we have here. We have the user controller. So it is in this user controller. It is in this user controller we are going to implement our CRUD operations, right? Now, there are two ways to this, okay? We can implement everything here, or we create another file that would implement those CRUD operations. Then from here, call in those files, which I am very, 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 very sure some people here will get so confused. I can beat my chest. People will be confused. So what I will do in this level is that I'll be creating those CRUD operations. Everything here, everything will be
But
done
teach
in our
us the
controller.
right way to do it.
No, your head will blow. No, okay,
Yeah.
watch this now. Okay, we'll do everything here, then we'll now refactor it into a much cleaner way. Is that fine?
Sir, teach us the way it used to be your own.
Sir, yes, it's fine.
It's best to understand you need to appreciate why we need to do it the other way, right? That's why I said see it for yourself, why we need to create to have the mindset of separation of concern, where we create a file that handles a
With
particular
logic.
logic and all. So what we'll do for a start is we would have all our CRUD operations, they create, read by ID, update and delete in the
Yeah.
controller. Then I know it's going to be much, like obviously it might have over 100, 200, 300 lines of code in our controller, which is very, very bad. But when we have that, we'll now refactor it, or I give you that as an assignment or your project to go and refactor.
You see why I say you do it yourself? Oh. You see now?
Hey, don't worry, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. It's not that complex, okay? So we can have our create operation. And this is the basic ones. Create operations and fetch by ID operation, then fetch all operation, then update operation, and delete delete operation. So these will be the all basic operations we'll be working on. So we'll do that for the user controller, right? And also do that for, we create another endpoint for this one will be for project. It's supposed to be project, project S, project controller. Okay, project controller. Some people use S, it doesn't matter. Project controller. So same thing here. It's not that complex. Yep, we have same thing here. Then we do same for to do tax. Yeah. To do tax. Marian, go ahead.
So does it mean that all those models we have, they are controllers?
Yeah, for every entity you create, since you want to persist to the database, you want to save those data like for project, for user now, users now, whenever user registers now, they need to be saved to the database, right? Can
Yes.
you hear me? Great. So this is your API. You remember when I talked about API? API is like the mediator between your front end and your server, your database. So this is responsible for saving, for getting the data from the front end and sending it to the database. Without this, data cannot be, you can't save to the database without your controllers or without your endpoint. You can't communicate with the database or save to the database. That's why you need this. So if I want to save users to the database, I have to create what? User controller. If I want to save projects, I have to create what? Project controller endpoint. If I want to save to-do tasks, I have to create the to-do tasks controller. Is
Okay.
that clear? All right. Any other question? Are we good?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. We are good. We are good. So, in the absence of no question, do well to finish your task. So, some of us, we like submitting late and it's affecting our score. We submit late, I always minus. I say this from the beginning. Eh. So, try and submit your task on time. Yep. All right. Thank you all. See you all.
Size now all is still 5:54.
Your blood is hot today. Oh.
Yes. Our blood is hot.
Hey. No, on Thursday. Don't worry, on Thursday we'll do 4 hours. Don't worry.
Wow.